want all the noise on the track, running laps, yeah, like I'm Rock Troy, I'm living fast, switching lanes.
Today I'm working on some plyometrics, and the goal of my plyometrics workout today is rate of force development. So I'm going to bring you guys to a full warm-up, and then we're going to attack 8 plyometrics exercises that all sprinters and runners should be doing. So without further ado, let's go. I have a loop band here, a long band, and I'm going to be doing some high knees on the spot, focusing on turnovers for my first exercise. I'm working for 30 seconds and I'm only doing 1 round. All of these exercises today I'm only doing 1 to 2 rounds because I'm trying not to be too sore. So so let's get it. So the goal of this is just to drive the knee up and step down. I'm using a loop band. You don't have to use a band if you don't want to. So let's do it. So right here. And if you notice, I'm not trying to drive my knees up too high. I'm focusing on cycling, right? And clawing the ground and leaning forward slightly, keeping my legs under my body, right? Nice and easy. And we gotta make sure we're warming up before we do any type of plyometric work. Another 5 seconds here. Right? Alright, so next what I'm doing here, right, I'm driving my knee up and I'm trying to hop off the leg that's on the ground, right? And I'm doing 10 reps. 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. Whew. All of these exercises just prep work for what's to come. I'm using a band. You don't have to use a band. You go without a band. So up, this is working on balance, stabilization, coordination, and recruiting the right muscles. So here, all right, now we're getting into our second exercise here. What I'm gonna do is a lunge with knee drive. So I'm holding the lunge position and I'm driving my knee up and getting back down. 2, and I'm only doing 5 reps on each side. 4, last one, 5. Whew. These look like simple exercises, guys, but they're very effective. Nice warm-up exercises to get the gears turning, to recruit hamstring, recruit glutes, you know, get explosive. So down, 1, 2, and I'm looking for a complete jump off the ground, opposite arm. Nice and easy. Last one I'm doing here with the band on. We're gonna step back into a reverse lunge and reach back, right? So right here, I'm going back and back. Again, keep it smooth. 4, 5, 6. Whew. Alright guys, my next exercise I'm doing here, I have some hurdles set up. You don't have to use hurdles, you can do all of these with just your body weight and just use imaginary hurdles. But I would prefer if you use some hurdles. The first one we're going to do is just some lateral knee drives. So here and step over the hurdle, go to opposite arm, opposite leg. So my hurdles is at 27 inches. They're not high and I'm focused on keeping my heels under my knee when I drive my foot up. So when I drive my foot up, I don't want to see this. I want to see this. Heel under the knee. And again, keeping it nice and simple, not doing a lot of reps. So next one I'm going to do here is a straight leg. Next one I'm going to do here now is some straight legs. So again, 2 this way, 2 that way, and for this one now you can have that heel go all the way out and then pull the leg back down, right? So up, pull it back down, pull, 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 pull. Right? Coordination, up and pull the leg back down. This one is a great hamstring activation drill, right? And that's all I'm trying to do. Whew. So the warm-up is done. Now we're gonna get into it. Let's go. Our first series is gonna be a box jump series. So I don't have a box, so I'm gonna use my hurdle as my box. So I'm gonna be hopping over it, right? And for my box jump series, I'm doing 4 reps, right? I'm gonna go double leg first from a seated position where I'm seated, standing up and hopping over the hurdle, or if you have a box, you jump on top of the box, right? So again, we're working on rate of force development. So what this simply means is how much force can you generate to push out the ground and how fast can you do it, right? Rate of force development. That's all we're trying to do, and that's all sprinting is. The man and woman who are the fastest sprinters in the world are able to generate the most rate of force development to propel them forward as fast as they can. And exercises like these is what's going to help. So first one we have here, seated box jump. Well, in this case, seated hurdle hop, right? So down, and that's what I'm doing, right? I'm doing 4 of those, and the goal is to hit the ground quickly, hop off the ground as quickly as possible. So this is great too to work on reaction. You could actually blow a whistle with this one and work on some reaction at the same time. But because I'm by myself today, we're just gonna wing it. Here, again, the goal is quick ground contact. This is the last one. Then we're gonna go into the next box jump series. So down and hop over, right? The goal is not to go with a high box. I'm using a 27-inch box here. As you can see, this is about right at my knee, or a little bit above my knee, to help me to force me to work a little bit harder. So the last one here in the box jump series, I'm gonna do now. I'm going off one leg, right? So one leg is up, and I'm gonna hop off this leg and hop over. So here, and that's it right there. So finish one leg before you move on to the other leg. So watch me again. One leg up, down, and again, this leg is hanging. We're gonna plant and then explode, right? So down and I like to go with alternate leg exercises because that forced me to work a little bit harder on one leg, and any muscular imbalance that I have going on, I'm isolating one side, which helps me to recruit the muscles and work a little bit harder. So this leg is hanging, I'm gonna down, and that right there is it for our box jump series. Now we're gonna move into our broad jump series, so let's do it. All right guys, so now we're into the broad jump series, and for the broad jumps we want to jump forward being very explosive, and I want you guys to stick the landing. So count to 3 when you stick the landing, almost like you're holding an isometric squat, right? So let me show you what it looks like. And again, we're gonna do double leg, then we go single leg, right? So the goal is to hop off both legs, land, and stop in a squat position. So here, and that's 1, 2, last one. You're also getting a little bit of isometric work going on, right, which helps to strengthen your tendons. But the goal is to jump 3 jumps for 10 meters, keeping it nice and smooth. And with each jump, you want to stick the landing and count to 3. Second one here, I got 10 meters set up, and I'm trying to get 3 jumps for 10 meters, sticking the landing with each jump. So ready? 1, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. As you get stronger and stronger, it becomes easier. So the next one we're going into now is some single leg jumps with the same idea, jumping off one leg, and I'm trying to stick that landing in that quarter squat position. So one leg is up and I'm hopping off this leg, and my goal with this one is to hop from line to line, right, and hold. Same thing with this, you want to drive the knees up and step down. So here, right, try to get all the way up there, balance. Not an easy one, guys, but if you're trying to develop rate of force production, this is going to be the key. Let's go back down with the next leg. Same idea. One leg is hanging. I'm hopping off this leg, holding that squat position here. Stick that landing with each one, guys. Stick that landing. Almost there. It's the landing. In order to stick the landing, you have to have good core strength. I'm only doing 2 rounds. So again, YouTube's like angles. So I'm gonna switch the angles for you guys. Last round here. One leg hanging, hopping off the next leg, and I'm trying to go for distance and sticking the landing. So here, that's 1, 2, let's see how far I can get for the last one. Not far enough. To the other side, same thing, going back down. Stick that landing, guys. Drive that knee up and turn over. Last one here. Oh man. And that right there is the last exercise in the broad jump series. So now we're moving on to the depth jump series. And for our depth jump series, we're gonna focus on single leg depth jumps today. So what I'm doing is one leg is hanging just like this, and I want to step down with this leg and punch out of the ground. So here, down, and punch back up. Your goal is to hit the ground, jump out of the ground as fast as you can. Ready? Down. Let's do the other side. Out the ground, jump out of the ground with the leg. This leg doesn't touch the ground at all. I did that one just wrong. This leg doesn't touch the ground at all. You want to jump out with this leg and explode with the same leg. So down. Oh man. Let's go back to the other leg. And I love these exercises because right away you figure out which leg is stronger than the other. Last one here. And that right there is it for our depth jump series. But we're gonna add a bonus. We're gonna go double leg just to be safe. With the double leg, same movement, hopping off, and I'm trying to explode out of the ground. So down and explode. So much fun doing these exercises, guys. And this type of workouts you want to do 1 to 2 times a week. Keep your rep counts low so you don't get sore. The goal is not to get sore. The goal is to be as explosive as possible. So down. Let's do one more. Top it off. Then we move on. So if you're looking for an exercise to help with ground contact, this is the one. So rate of force development, this is the one. Now we're gonna get into some lateral bounds, and for the lateral bounds, we're gonna pair it up lateral bounds with backward bounds, and 2 reps per leg, keeping it simple, focusing on range of motion and power. Believe it or not, it's good to be in all planes and train in all planes when you're a runner or a sprinter. Most runners and sprinters go linear. They're just in one movement forward, right? They don't go backwards, they don't go sideways, so that's why a lot of them don't have good balance and coordination. So right here we have some lateral bounds where I'm trying to pick my foot up, jump across, stick the landing, and keep going. So here, stick that landing, stick that landing, push off that leg, push off the leg that's planted on the ground. Woo! This is not easy. Now we're gonna go back down with the other side. Stick that landing, guys. That was one round. Now we're gonna go backwards with it. So same idea, leg at the front, and I'm trying to push off one leg, land on the next one, and keep going. So Again, if you're looking for an exercise to strengthen glutes, strengthen hamstrings, try this one. It's not an easy one, but the minute you start pushing that way, you're gonna feel that hamstring engage. Almost there. Let's do it back down. Same thing. Last jump here. That right there is it for our lateral bounds and our backward bounds. Now we're gonna move on. Next thing I'm doing here is some forward tuck jumps. And for the tuck jumps, guys, you're trying to jump out the ground, hug the knee, land, and keep going forward. So we're hoping for height and distance with this one. So right here, I'm going. Woo. And again, I'm keeping my rep counts low, and I'm doing only 2 rounds. Watch me again. These exercises are great for warming up. These exercises are great for getting explosive, teaching you how to push out the ground, ground contact, rate of force development. Here, woo, just like that. Because YouTube like angles, so you know, I'm walking across over here with angles for you guys. So if you haven't subscribed already, remember to subscribe so you don't miss another video. Fun fact, guys, all of these exercises can be done using a weight vest. You could use a resistance machine, right? You could use ankle weights. You could go crazy with them, but the best method is always body weight. So again, tuck jump, one leg at a time. So one leg is hanging, I'm hopping off this leg, hugging the knee, moving forward. So here, last one. Not easy. Show you guys going back down. We're keeping it simple, not a lot of reps, right? That's the beauty about plyometrics. You don't want to go a lot of reps, you want to keep your rep counts low and focus on quality movement. So here, again, one leg is going to feel stronger than the other one. Last one here. If you're wondering how a guy like me can run fast at my age, it's because I train efficiently all year round and my exercises are not random. Everything is specific to being explosive, being very technical, coordinated, and learning how to move my body as fast as I can. So let's move on to the last one. I'm gonna break it down. So runners focus so much on mileage that they neglect other aspects of running that could help them to improve and be injury free and run more efficiently for longer. Likewise, sprinters focus so much on just acceleration and top end speed, they forget to train different parts of their body. So I'm doing some plyometric push-ups here, so I always do full body. I never just isolate the legs. I always want to get that working on the upper body as well. So right here we're doing some plyo push-ups, and I'm gonna be elevated because, you know, it's advanced. You can keep your leg on the ground. I'm gonna go elevated because, you know, beast mode. So right here, and I'm trying to push out of the ground and clap down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And again, I'm keeping my rep counts low and I'm only doing 2 rounds. So next one I'm doing here, right, is a sprinter start catch. So what I want to do is I'm gonna go down for a push-up, right, down for a push-up, come up, extend back and forth, and then catch myself. So right here I want to go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, guys, seem like a very simple exercise, but it's very challenging. And that's it right there for all the exercises that I would include in my plyometric series. And again, you want to be consistent with all of these exercises. You don't want to do it one time, you want to do it every week, right? And the beauty about all of these exercises is you could do them all throughout the year, right? So we're going to finish off with some 10-meter acceleration, and I'm using my resistance machine, the T-Apex. So I'm going to show you guys how it's done. So right here I have my Apex machine set up, and I have some cones down. I'm only going 10 meters, right? Not a lot of resistance, and we're gonna have a little bit of fun with it today. All I'm working on is pushing out of that first 10, staying relaxed, and then bound back. So right here, and I'm trying to push out of this. Ready? Again, I'm not going fast. I'm keeping it nice and simple, and I'm probably going to do 3 to 4 of these. Oh man. Looks like a very simple exercise, but we're working on that first 10, trying to be as explosive as possible and push out of it. Second one. Oh man, it's gonna feel so good, because after you finish with like a plyometrics workout, you feel very bouncy, very poppy, you know. It makes sprinting much easier. Alright, let's do it. So push out of this, and I'm trying to push away from the ground behind me. Last one here. Let me shut it down. Woo. So set your position. We're trying to stay low, and we're trying to push away from the ground. And here, fall forward, catch yourself with each step. Guys, just like that, another Lateral Athletics sprint session is done. Thank you guys for staying tuned. I'm coming to you guys with more informative videos. We're pushing for 100K by the end of the year. If you haven't subscribed, if you haven't shared the channel, share it with all the runners and sprinters, man. I'm giving y'all all the information that helped me to become the fastest version of myself.
Track running laps, yeah, like I'm Rock Troy. I'm living fast, switching lanes.